Hey, let me tell you about the 5 things that I've learned this past year while I'm maintaining my 180-pound weight loss. Hi, this is Terry. I've been maintaining a 180-pound weight loss for over a year with a clean, whole foods, meat-focused, low-carb, low-calorie approach. Hey, let me tell you some things that I've learned over the past year of maintaining my 180-pound weight loss. First off, when I go out to eat or when I'm in situations of me not making the food, I just kind of have to use my brain. I think of swaps. I think of, okay, well, if I'm going to eat a salad, that's pretty lower calorie, so I can go ahead and have my higher calorie meat. Or if I'm going to have a higher calorie side dish and it's something that I know is higher calorie, then I go ahead and look for something like lean meat for eating. So it's something that I used to judge people, not judge, but I didn't really understand how people that were healthy, I didn't really understand their logic. But now over the past year, I'm learning, okay, it's kind of about swapping things. So that's something that I'm learning about. If I eat off plan, I make sure that when I eat off plan, it's not frequent. So, like Thanksgiving, I had a couple bites of something, and then Black Friday, because I took home leftovers, on Black Friday, I ate a couple bites of something, but that's it. And then I didn't eat off plan. I didn't take any off plan bites until just a couple weeks ago. So I guess that was about 3 weeks after Thanksgiving. That was yesterday. No, I get my days mixed up. Sorry, it was a couple days ago. But anyway, so make sure it's not frequent, because if you're like me and you had an addiction and you're impulsive, and once you start eating something bad, you're going to continue eating something bad, you really need to make sure it's very infrequent. And that's something that I've learned. I've also learned that don't freak out because you eat off plan. It happens. You know, you go somewhere like Friday, I went out to eat with my mom. And I had, the first time in 4 years, I had a baked potato and I had some corn. And I know that it was all cooked in seed oils. And I know that it was not the healthy option, but I don't freak out about it. The scale goes up, but you know what? Keep eating on track and the scale goes back down. So that's something I've learned is when I do eat off plan, I go back to my base foods that I'm eating, continue to eat all the foods that I've prepped, and just stay the course. So don't freak out. Don't freak out over the scale, you know, when it goes up because you ate out. Something else, here's a big one. Maintenance mode is not easier than weight loss mode. Weight loss mode, you're doing all the things. You're following all the things that you've been told to do. But there's not a lot of conversation about maintenance. And so maintenance mode, you're still having to figure things out. Because if you want to relax a little bit, you got to figure out what things you're going to relax on. Are you going to relax on your calories? Are you going to relax on your carbs? Or then are you going to relax too much? You have to process what you're going to add back in. Somebody mentioned the other day that the way I'm doing it seems a little bit like the old Dr. Atkins method. And that's true. I read the book years and years ago, and he had you do the strict induction phase. Then after so long, you added a few things back. And then after so long, you add a few things back. And the way I'm doing it is basically judging by my scale. You know, I was eating 73% ground beef for probably about 7, 8 months. And I noticed the scale started creeping up and up a little bit, then up a little bit, then up a little bit. So now I'm like, all right, let's go to 80%. So your brain is always thinking. Well, my brain is always thinking about, okay, how are things working? I check the scale. Yeah, I'm up a couple pounds. Let's wait and see. Then it's steady, up a couple pounds. Okay, I better start paying attention. So I'm not looking at the scale to obsess over it for weight loss, but I'm watching for trends. So I'm watching constantly to see, okay, is this doing okay? Do I need to change this? Do I need to change that? And the reason why I'm changing the meat is during weight loss, I was doing 93% ground beef. And so that's why this time I'm like, I'll try 80% and see how that goes. So maintenance is once you get to your goal, I always thought, okay, I'll get back to my goal and eat all the things I had. You have to continue all the things that you learned during weight loss phase, which is why learning how to lose weight is so important for your body. If you don't learn how you need to lose weight, you're never going to learn how you need to maintain your weight. So that's a really big thing. And that's why you can't just watch somebody. You know, I can't just watch Nisha Berry and say, okay, well, that's what she's eating, so that's what I'll do. Or I can't watch Kelly Hogan and that's what she's eating, so that's what I'll do. It doesn't work like that. We're all individualized. So I had to learn how I was going to lose weight. So now I learned how I can maintain weight. Okay. Then also the following the same theory as losing. So that's what I just said. So if you are somebody who's going to lose your weight by lowering your calories, you're going to have to understand what things are high calorie and what things are low calorie. So then when you hit maintenance mode, no, you may not be weighing everything, but you know, instead of eating that meatloaf eating out, maybe I should get the sliced turkey eating out. Or instead of eating, I don't know, a salad that has all kinds of cottage cheese and meat and lunch meat, instead of getting a salad that has all those kinds of things that bring in extra calories, maybe I should eat a salad that doesn't have all those things. So, you know, so that's if you're going to go calorie. Well, if you're going to go low carb, you got to think, okay, well, how many carbs am I going to add back? Am I going to go hog wild and add back all the breads? Am I going to add back the chips? Am I going to add back all the things? Well, if you do, you're probably going to see a weight gain, you know. But if you say, well, like I chose, yes, I'm doing low carb, but I'm also doing low calorie. So I'm trying to make the better option of the two. So no, I'm not doing all lean chicken and just lettuce, but I am looking at lower carb options. So I'm not adding back the breads and the pastas and all those things that I know are high carb, but I do throw in sometimes a sweet potato, or I throw in, let's see, what else have I thrown in? I can't even think of some things I've thrown in. But when on the days that I have counted my macros, I tend to be between 100 and 150 carbs, which is a heck of a lot better than what I was before, and still lower calorie. So you have to figure out what method you're going to lose, and then is that something you can live with? Because whatever option you choose, you know, you're probably going to stay in that same family. So that's something I've learned is, you know, is that in maintenance, I'm following the same premise of how I lost my weight. It's not easier to be in maintenance than in weight loss. There's less tracking, but there still is tracking. There still is knowing. Don't freak out if I eat off plan. Watch and use my brain when I go out to eat. So those are the recommendations that I have for, you know, for what I've learned over the past year of doing maintenance.